Horses do not think the way humans think. We live in an entirely human-centered world. On one hand, that makes sense. We've built up civilization over thousands and thousands of years. And there are times that living in our human world, we forget that the animal world outside of us exists. So the ways that I see this impact, where we're humans centering ourselves as humans in the horse's experience, is in a myriad of ways. The most key way that I can think of is through the belief in domination, in dominance, that horses can and willfully seek to dominate humans by resisting what the person is asking them, primarily. Other ways that I see humans centering themselves in the horse's world is through how we interpret their communication. Because horses are 95%, what do we say? About 95% nonverbal communicators. And that means that us as humans who talk and talk and talk, majority of us, we almost, if we're not paying attention and tuned into our horses, we can kind of forget that they're constantly communicating with us, but through nonverbal body language. And this can be through their face, their eye, their ears, their tail, their backs, their legs, everything. Everything that the horse displays is communication, as daunting as that can be. And then the third way I might see humans centering themselves in the horse's world is timelines. We are so quick oftentimes to push ourselves and our horses into this idea of productivity, that we need to always be pursuing our next goal, and we must have a reason that is a result that we want to work towards that's rewarded in the human world to give us reason to have horses in the first place. This could be you working and riding your horse consistently to show self-discipline, and to give the horse a job. It could be going to shows and competitions to earn a ribbon, because that is something that we as humans, we like a pretty shiny ribbon. But all of the problem with the human centering is that when it gets out of hand and we're not aware of how deep we go into it, how out of touch we are with our horses, that's it. When we center ourselves so deeply in our horse's world, we push ourselves away from them unintentionally, because we're not reading their language at all. And we can try every method and shortcuts, whatever it might be, to be on the same page with them. But if we fundamentally aren't understanding the horse in front of us, how they communicate, how they experience the world, how they exist as horses, as we can learn from observing their herd, it's really hard to work with them in a harmonious way. So what can we do now that we have recognized we have work to do with connecting to our horse's experience, and that right now we are out of touch with them? It really starts in the smallest ways. It starts with taking 10, 20 extra minutes to be with them in the pasture before you go and work them. It can be offering them their favorite kind of food after a session. It can be taking an honest look at the barn that they're at and considering if that is where your horse is the happiest. It can be pushing back on those who are asking you to go past your horse's boundaries and capacity to perform, and asserting that you want to take your time with your horse and allow them literal time to develop. There's a million ways, as daunting as that can feel, there are so many ways that you can start to listen and tune into your horse. But really, to me, the crucial thing is learning how to slow down. Learn how to go at their pace that they're presently at. You might be surprised with what information and answers they tell you. And if you just watched this video and liked what you heard, would like to learn more about my coaching and horse training services, definitely shoot me a message. I will link my email in the description, as well as my website, which gives you a wealth of information on my unique approach to training horses and philosophy to teaching humans. Thank you so much for watching.